This is Ola.
Hello, Ola. It's Rowan from Silver Tiger Media. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Very well, thank you, mate. Thank you very much for your time today. It's terrific to catch up with you.
No problem at all. I'm looking forward to it.
Fantastic. Look, I have to say congratulations on your most recent work, Exit Wounds. It's magnificent accomplishment, and just killer from start to finish. Are you happy with the reaction to it?
Yes. Thank you. I mean, it's been good. I mean, we kind of had a pretty good vision of how the album should sound and should be like. So I mean, we definitely played in the fans' favor, I would say. So I'm not that surprised. But of course, we're happy that it was received that well. Because you never know.
Of course. And as we know, 2012 nearly saw the end of The Haunted, but with the current lineup, including yourself, the band has raised to an entirely new level of energetic focus.
Yeah. I mean, I think people that go catch our live shows definitely feel a different kind of energy to the band. I mean, we're all having a really good time on stage, and we play faster songs. I mean, there's just a lot more energy overall.
Indeed. The album itself, of course, came out quite quickly since your joining. Was it important to demonstrate to fans a rally of the new lineup?
Not necessarily. I mean, when Jensen asked me to join, he was pretty. I mean, he said to me that they didn't want a replacement for Anders Björler in that sense that I was a fill-in or anything like that. They really wanted me to contribute with my riffs, and so I've been a big part of the writing process, but you know, when I've been writing as a fan of the Haunted because I am a big fan of the band.
Sure.
So, I mean, even if I brought in my own riffs, I brought them in and I wrote songs influenced by the Haunted, if that makes sense.
It does indeed. I was going to ask how your time now with the Haunted differs from 6 Feet Under and your own band, Feared.
Yeah, I mean, with Feared, you know, Feared is my baby. I do everything in Feared. I mean, I write the songs, the lyrics, everything around it. And with both 6 Feet Under, it's I get a more of a laid-back kind of position where I just wrote songs and then just recorded the songs. And that's it. And with the Haunted, it's actually been a really good experience for me because since I'm with Feared, for instance, I write everything myself. But in the Haunted, we write everything together, which is a very new. It's a new experience for me, where I write a song and someone else goes into it and changes it, which at first was kind of intimidating. Yeah, but in the end, the result is a more dynamic album. So at first I was kind of reluctant to the fact that people would touch my songs, but
of course.
But in the end, it turned out for the better because I also got a chance to poke into their songs, and so all the songs have everyone in them in that sense, which is an awesome thing.
Most certainly, and you're obviously the number one guitarist choice for all of the world, is my opinion, but obviously for that part of the world, for any metal act. But how did your inclusion? Oh, it's my pleasure. How did the inclusion of yourself come about?
I mean, it's actually both 6 Feet Under and The Haunted is purely thanks to my YouTube presence. Really, I mean, it's. I'm still, and I've always been, the bedroom guitar player. I mean, I've been sitting in my bedroom practicing and sitting by my computer recording songs for as long as I can remember. And that's what I did basically with YouTube as well. I was still in my bedroom, but this was the first time I got an audience through YouTube and social media. And that's the way Chris found me. He found me on YouTube. He liked my riffs, and for Chris at least, it was he didn't know who I was basically, but still he just called me and asked me to join his band. He had no idea if I had toured before or how I was on stage. You know, it was a real gamble for him.
Yeah.
But with Jensen, at least, he knew that I was playing with 16 Under when he asked me to join. So I had the touring experience. Both Chris and Jensen liked my riffs that I did with Feared. So I mean, I wouldn't have been asked if it wasn't for my social media presence. So I have all that to thank for, actually.
As do we all, Ola. Whenever I need a good refreshing blast of Ola Englund riffs, I know that the internet's not too far away.
Oh, that's cool.
That's a nice new Bond world awesome. Where we can catch up with you when you're not necessarily here. But we're all set for a monumental series of shows here in Australia, a double bill of Haunted and Insomnium. We're very, very excited indeed.
Yep. Oh, we are as well.
Terrific. It's magnificent. Your shows are the subject of legend, let's face it, around the globe. What can we expect from the Australian tour?
I mean, I think the audience will definitely notice a new, invigorated band, really. I mean, it's or rejuvenated band, I would say. You're going to see a band that has a lot of fun on stage. I mean, there's a lot more punk and thrash in our shows than there maybe was in the later years with the previous lineup.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's definitely going to be a lot of energy from all the guys, and we play a lot of fast songs. We're going to play all the classics basically. We're not holding off the Dolving material. We're doing it all.
Oh, wonderful!
So it's
that's great news for Australian fans.
Yeah, that's good, right?
Indeed, as much as we love the new album, the older stuff will be good too. I have to ask though, what?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm like I told you, I'm a fan of the Haunted, and I was a fan of the Dolving stuff as well. So I mean, we can't leave that out. I mean, that's Dolving was a big part of what the band is today. So even if it is a new Haunted, we still want to pay respect for I mean, the time that Haunted has. Well, for the whole era of the Haunted, really, because we know there are fans of all the different kinds of Haunted.
Indeed, with 20 plus years, no doubt. Are there many past Haunted tracks that you're really keen to play but have not had the opportunity yet?
What do you mean? In the sense that
any particular Haunted tracks from the past that really appeal to you, you'd love to play live?
Okay. I'm a big fan of. Well, basically the three first albums, in the sense that they are very, they're very energetic. I mean, they're fast songs. I love playing like a song like Hate Song, from the first album, which is basically it's a good representative of what the band is today. Like we really are, even if it's a new The Haunted, we're kind of back to where it all started out, even if there's a new guitar player. I mean, both Marco and Adrian were both in the band before.
Yes.
So it's while it's still a new era of the Haunted, there's still a lot of the old stuff left. So I mean, and I'm a big fan of all the Haunted albums. So I don't mind playing songs from each and every one of them. But especially the thrashy songs have a. I'm weak. I have a weak point for thrash songs.
Indeed. I'm with you there, Ola.
They're fun to play live.
They're fun to listen to live. Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what usually when we play a song like Hate Song, and it really gets the audience going. I mean, it's really inspiring for all of us. So
certainly.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
It'll be great.
Talking about it makes me excited.
Oh, excellent. And us here in Australia too, I can assure you. Do you have a particular favourite amongst the Exit Wounds tracks for yourself that you would favour?
I'm a very big fan of, I have a huge Pantera influence. I'm kind of stuck in the 90s when it comes to influences, like Testament and Slayer and Pantera and stuff like that. So I'm kind of stuck in that riffing 90s thing. And even while I'm trying to make the Haunted songs, I did bring out some groove into a song called Time Will Not Heal, which is probably one of my favorite songs from the album, because it even while it's groovy, it still has that haunted vibe to it going. So I think we managed to keep the haunted thing, but with a groovy song, I would say.
Indeed.
So,
yes.
and it's a fun song to play live because it really differs from the thrashy stuff, and it's a lot of fun. I like that song.
Wonderful. I have to ask, what led to the decision to lead the charge with an Insomnium double bill?
I mean, I have no idea. It actually wasn't my choice, but I mean, thinking of it now, I mean, it makes perfect sense because they're also very Scandinavian sounding, but in a different kind of way. They're definitely more melodic death metal than the Haunted is, and or the Haunted are. But I mean, together, I think it's a pretty good bill.
Oh,
I think we complement each other very well for a live set. Yeah, so I'm very happy about that.
Indeed, and I'm hoping to catch up with you when you get here and find out how Japan went. I think Japan are going to go off with a double bill.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's you definitely have to come out and say hi, and to me at least when you're at the show. Which show are you going to? Brisbane?
I'll be at the 15th of May at the Hi-Fi in Melbourne.
Okay, cool.
So that'll be great fun to catch up with you.
Yeah, definitely. I'll be there. So just try to get hold of me, and I'll be there if you want to talk.
Wonderful.
Do another interview or something like that.
That'd be tremendous. Thank you, Ola. Look, you've toured so extensively in your time. Do you have an absolute favourite live performance for you personally?
You mean like a memory of a performance that?
Exactly.
Or what do you mean?
Exactly right. A memorable performance.
I mean, the first time I played Japan, we played there in October. I'd never been to Japan before. That was definitely a big experience for me. Really weird experience, actually, but at the same time very cool because we played Loud Park there, and a big festival with I think Dream Theater also played, and Periphery, and maybe Arch Enemy and stuff like that. But I mean, just when we went on hearing the intro and we went on stage, it was so weird because there were two giant pits forming just in the intro of the whole show. So I was like, holy shit, what the hell is happening? And but basically I saw the pits going, and the cool thing is that those pits, they're just these Japanese people running around. They don't fight, or they don't bend elbows or anything like that. They just run around in circles, and it's surreal. The pits were enormous.
Oh my
so
God.
I mean, I was kind of like, holy shit, what the hell is happening? But the show overall was really awesome. But that really caught my attention when everyone started running in circles.
Would too, tremendous. Goodness me. I have to ask, is there anything in particular you're looking forward to about coming to Australia?
I'm just getting the Australian vibe. I mean, I have a fair bit of Australian friends that I've only met online, so I'm looking forward to meeting them. And I mean, if I get some time to just walk around. Usually, a thing that I do is like if we get any free time during the day, I just walk out the venue and go left or right or see what happens. So,
Indeed.
I'm very much looking forward to spend some time in Melbourne because I've heard it's like the best city to live in the world.
That's absolutely accurate.
Yeah. And I have to see that because I live in the best city in the world, so I have to see what the fuss it's all about.
Oh, tremendous. Well, look, you hit us up for a tour. We'll take you for a walk around the place, just for you.
Oh, sure. That would be awesome.
Wonderful. Look, congratulations again on Exit Wounds, and we can't wait to see you here in Australia. The excitement's building tremendously, and it's fantastic to speak with you, Ola. Sincerely, travel safe, and thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much, and have a good evening.
Thank you.
Evening over there, right?
It is indeed, yes.
Awesome. All right.
Terrific.
Awesome.
Thank you, Ola. We'll speak to you soon.
No problem.
Goodbye.
Take care. Bye.